Hey everybody, Jason Loucks here, just heading outside, getting a little stir crazy inside, and I thought I might flip on the Facebook Live and maybe handle some questions I've been getting, kind of give you kind of a brief idea of, how to kind of handle things and handle yourself during the craziness that's going on here. It is a little breezy, so I apologize in advance if maybe the sound quality isn't so good here. I'm kind of doing this on the fly and testing out the Facebook Live platform. So first things first, I really want to talk about, I've been getting a lot of people calling our office and saying, how can I do real estate right now? I just called a real estate attorney and he won't even set a time to talk to me. And, what should I do in this crisis? And, how can I handle this? And a lot of that kind of talk. And, it's actually kind of like, I don't know if you can see behind me here. It's kind of like this, right? See the grapevines behind me? I'm walking through the family vineyard right now. This is in my backyard, right? So don't worry, I'm still, confined to my, property or whatever. I just happen to have a vineyard in the backyard, so I didn't go visit a vineyard or anything like that. I don't know if they're even open. They probably are, because who the heck goes to a vineyard when they're sick? But I don't know. In any case, the thing about it is, I want to be really clear here, and I don't want to, if you're, scared for your health and safety, I totally understand. If you're, quarantining yourself because you're, at risk, or you have pre-existings or whatever, I totally get it. So I'm not trying to tell you that there aren't legitimately people who really have, legitimate reasons why they should be extra cautious. But what I will tell you is, this is going to pass. It always does. It always has. And even in real estate, we've been here before, for sure. We've had problems in the past when real estate for a little while. I'll give you a perfect example. 5 here in South Florida, we had 2 hurricanes in a 3-week span. 2 hurricanes, 3 weeks apart. And so what that did was, after the second hurricane, pretty much every homeowner's insurance company declared bankruptcy and refused to write policies. And, for about, month, 2 months, something like that. It wasn't until after the end of the year that things got sorted out. And the state of Florida worked their mojo and we could get homeowners insurance again. Well, what does that mean? Well, it meant that anybody who needed homeowners insurance to buy a house couldn't buy a house for a couple of months. At the peak of the market, I might add. So at a time when everybody else was kind of, maybe thriving in the rest of the country, here in South Florida, not only were we starting to crash, we couldn't even do, the business. We couldn't sell houses to people in the traditional ways if they needed homeowners insurance. So, could we have just closed up shop and gone home? Well, we could, or we could just not lose our minds for a minute, right? We could just say, listen, maybe next month, because of all the pent-up demand, right, people still needed a place to live. It was just a matter of they couldn't get homeowners insurance. It wasn't because they didn't want to. And in a way, I guess, this, right, here we go. Here's a grapevine that isn't awake yet, right? I mean, here we are, middle of March. Today's the 19th. So they just aren't, awake yet. They aren't being pruned. They're, they're dormant. And here's another one that is awake, right? And this was behind me a little bit ago. I'm in the next row over now. But you see them growing just great. And that's just the way business and life and real estate is. Sometimes you have the dormant season, right? And we're kind of heading into that right now. So for you guys who are saying, hey, how can I even do this real estate business? I just want to tell you, life goes on. Business goes on. Just had a big closing on Monday around here. A property just sold for $1.5 million. They closed that on Monday, the 15th or whatever. I've got a student named Michelle in New Jersey. She's got 2 deals on the hook, set to close. They're proceeding as normal. Title company called her today, told her all the exclusions were done, all the check marks were on the right paperwork. I have a student named Amy. She's got another one she's doing. She's got to get it probated. She's working with a probate attorney. Once the seller has the, clear title and all that stuff, she stands to make a significant profit on that deal, probably close to 6 figures, but we'll see. So I want you to know deals are happening, right? It is live. Life is happening, all right? So I know you can feel, especially if you're in, like San Francisco or one of those places where everybody's kind of locked down, right? Isn't that what they're calling it? The lockdown? It can really, really feel like, how in the world could I ever do real estate, or how in the world could I do any business or whatever? But, that's just the way it is. And so right now, see a grapevine that's still dormant for the winter, right? Hasn't a single bud on it. We haven't even pruned it yet, because that's how it's, best for them, is if they don't, get pruned till they really need it. It helps them save energy and everything else. Not that you really need it here in South Florida, where it's warm and sunny all year long, but in any case, I'm just using it as an example to show you that sometimes those dormant periods are when. So, to you guys who've been calling the office saying, hey, I called a real estate attorney and he won't even talk to me. I can't even get an appointment. I understand. And if I was a real estate attorney, I wouldn't be wanting, especially because most attorneys are older, right? Most attorneys have been going to college for 10, 12 years or, whatever. They've been in practice a while. And I wouldn't, if I was in a risk group, I wouldn't want to meet a bunch of new people either. Would you? So it all comes down to, give it a week, give it 2 weeks. Once people get bored being stuck inside, once, business kind of gets back to normal, you can see the stock market kind of doing its thing now, getting back to normal. We're not seeing those big ups and downs like we were before. You might be able to hear my kids in the background. They're swimming in the pool. They're home all week, of course. So, life goes on and people are closing deals. Deals are happening. And in fact, if you really want to do this right, do it the best way you can. See, here's some more dormant, right? We've got different varieties here in the vineyard. So some are sleeping still, some are life. But if you want to get to the point where, you're capitalizing, from this situation, and I don't mean from the situation, I just mean during the situation. Obviously, don't be a jerk, right? Don't go after people because they're sick or whatever. Like, I don't know how you would even do that, and then if I did know, I certainly wouldn't tell you, right? But there's a lot of people right now who are folding up and blowing away, man. I don't know how else to explain it. There's a lot of people in our business who are not doing their darndest to get in touch with private lenders right now. It's a huge mistake. Right now, people are moving their money out of the stock market. I just saw a stat on one of the news channels. I don't remember which. I can't hardly watch most of them because I don't see too much that's news. It's just them saying coronavirus, 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 and then cut to commercial, right? So I don't watch too much of that. But one of the financial stats I saw today was something like, I'll probably get this number wrong, but 50 billion or 250 billion or something in funds just went into money market accounts. What that means is investors are moving to cash, okay? It means investors are selling off their stocks. They're selling off their gold and silver to some extent. They're selling off all those things that weren't performing, and they're moving to the money market accounts, which is basically a fancy way of saying cash. It's a cash account. It's a savings account, so to speak. That just happens to pay 1% or 2% in interest, probably not even that much. And they're doing that because they're ready for the next opportunity, right? They're getting ready for the upcoming opportunity. If you want to tap into those investors, if you want to find people, like we did, that can fund your deals, right now is where you want to be out there. You want to be out there beating the streets, so to speak. Because, if you're looking to get private lenders for your deals, the best type of private lenders are those secret lenders, those regular people that, you bring into the fold, that you teach how the business is supposed to be, right? And those people are moving their money out of stocks, out of bonds, out of mutual funds, out of 401ks and IRAs. They're looking for a place to put it right now, okay? So if you want to know more about, how to do that process, if you do want to know, I've got a couple of different resources for you, 3 actually. The first resource is yesterday, today, and tomorrow, I'm doing a webinar about where to get the money for your deals, how to use, those private lenders' funds, those people who need your help right now, who are, who pulled their money out of the stock market, pulled their money out of equities, pulled their money out of whatever they were in, and they're looking for people like you, right, real estate investors, who can get their money out and working, so to speak, who can manage the investments so that they get a good rate of return and, you know, make it a win-win situation for you, a win-win situation for them. Anyway, if you go to secretlender.com/webinar, I'm doing that webinar this evening. I'm doing it tomorrow. I might even be doing it twice tomorrow, depending on how full the person gets. You know, if you're going to be stuck at home anyway and you're bored or whatever, you might as well come in and learn how to do it right? How to get funding for your deals, and more importantly, if you've never funded your deals using Secret Lender funds, once you see how the funding works, you'll start to realize there's some really significant deals that you can do that only work when you use secret lenders to fund them. So I'll show you not only where to get the money to do your deals, but I'll show you exactly what to do with those funds to make more profits faster, you know, not because of this situation, but in spite of this situation or during this situation. The other thing is, when you register for that webinar, secretlender.com/webinar, I'm going to invite you to request a free DVD training. That free DVD training is a full 90-minute training on how to get funds for your deals, how to do cash deals and flip deals to cash investors so that you can make those upfront cash profits to grow your business and get started quickly, all that good stuff. You know, when you sign up for the webinar at secretlender.com/webinar, I'm also going to invite you to get that DVD training, and we'll give it to you streaming online. I know this is the 21st century. Not everybody wants to wait for a DVD. So we'll also give it to you digitally when you request the DVD, and you can get all the details there when you register for the webinar. The other thing I want to say is, you know, if you watch that video and you like what's in that video, I am happy to continue making videos like this for you. So if you have, you know, any comments or questions, feel free to go ahead and send them over. If you know, I'll probably turn this into a video, so if you're seeing this when it's not live, just go ahead and send it to me. And in the meantime, remember, I don't want you to freak out about this. You know, life goes on. Real estate investing goes on. Real estate has been real estate since ancient Rome. It changed during the Magna Carta, you know. And of course, sometimes the techniques change. Sometimes the way we finance our deals change, that kind of stuff. But generally speaking, you know, real estate's been around a long, long time. It's going to be around a long, long time. If you can't get an appointment to talk to your real estate attorney this week, I mean, I think I can figure out why. Maybe just wait till next week or the week after. You know, everybody's a little freaked out right now. So take it easy, stay safe, stay healthy to the best of your ability. And, you know, if you do need something to do to pass the time, or if you just want to get a leg up on the competition, now, while people are looking for a good place to park their money, that good place might as well be you, right? Plenty of people love to back a startup. And, you know, thanks very much, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.